Trigger warning. This video discusses human trafficking and abuse, which may be distressing to some viewers. Please proceed with care and take breaks if needed. So, let's start. I'll be honest, I'm pretty new to Chinese entertainment, but lately the news coming out of it has been absolutely shocking. One story in particular has left me speechless. It's the story of Wang Xing, a rising star whose promising career turned into a horrifying ordeal when he became a victim of human trafficking. Wang Xing was known for his talent, charm, and growing fan base. In early January 2025, he received what seemed like a golden opportunity, a casting call from a Thai production team for an international movie. For any actor, this was a dream come true. Excited, Wang flew to Bangkok on January 3rd to begin this new chapter? Initially, everything seemed legitimate. At the airport, he was greeted by someone claiming to be part of the film crew, who even assisted him through immigration. But things took a sinister turn. Instead of heading to a film set, Wang was driven to Mae Sot, a district near Thailand's border with Myanmar. What he didn't know was that this area is notorious for trafficking and scam syndicates. From there, Wang was forcibly taken across the border into Myanmar, where he found himself in a high-security compound controlled by traffickers. His head was shaved upon arrival, and he was placed in a room with around 50 other victims from different countries. He later described the harrowing conditions he endured. "I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, and I didn't even have the time to pee." Wang was forced to practice typing scam messages under inhumane pressure, preparing to target unsuspecting victims online. It was a nightmare scenario, a horrifying trap that he never imagined falling into. Back home, Wang's girlfriend Miss Kang became increasingly worried when she lost contact with him. In a desperate plea, she turned to social media, sharing an emotional post saying, "I don't know if I'll ever see him again." Her message quickly went viral, drawing widespread attention and putting pressure on authorities to take action. Thai and Chinese police launched a joint investigation. After several days of searching, they traced Wang to the compound and launched a rescue operation. On January 7th, Wang was finally freed, along with dozens of other victims. His rescue was a rare success story in the fight against human trafficking. Wang's rescue is a glimmer of hope in an otherwise devastating story. Thankfully, he's now reunited with his loved ones, but countless others are still trapped, waiting for help. I'm so glad Wang Xing was able to escape this nightmare, but it makes me think, what about the countless others who aren't as lucky? What about the people who get stuck in these situations and spend the rest of their lives trapped, often with no way out? It's heartbreaking. They're living a nightmare that most of us can't even imagine. My hope is that with more awareness, stronger laws, and continued global efforts, these victims will find a way out too. Everyone deserves to live free from fear and exploitation, and it's up to all of us to help make that a reality. But this ordeal is a grim reminder of the scale of the problem. Human trafficking is a global crisis, affecting over 25 million people worldwide. Southeast Asia in particular has become a hotspot for trafficking, with victims lured by fake job offers, promises of love, or even casting calls like Wang's. Here's something I want to emphasize. No one should feel ashamed or blamed for falling into these traps. These scams are designed to be convincing, exploiting trust and vulnerabilities. It's not a reflection of intelligence or caution. It's the work of highly organized, manipulative criminals. To protect yourself, always verify opportunities thoroughly. If it's an international offer, cross-check the company's details with official organizations or consult your country's embassy in the destination region. Remember, it's better to take a step back and double-check than to regret acting too quickly. I'll be honest, I've seen it happen to others and I've almost been there myself. One moment you think everything is fine and the next you realize you're in trouble. Sometimes only after it's too late. That's why it's so important to pause, think, and research before acting on opportunities that feel too good to be true. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever encountered a situation that felt off? How did you navigate it? Let's share our experiences and help each other stay vigilant. If you ever suspect that someone might be in danger, act. Reach out to local authorities or global organizations like the Polaris Project or the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. These groups work tirelessly to combat trafficking and support victims. Wang's rescue is a glimmer of hope in an otherwise devastating story. Thankfully, he's now reunited with his loved ones, but countless others are still trapped, waiting for help. His story is a powerful reminder of the importance of awareness, vigilance, and action. Let's work together to spread awareness and make the world a safer place for everyone. Share this story, start conversations, and support organizations dedicated to fighting human trafficking. Every step counts. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe.